And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Bit of a different video today, as you can probably tell. I'm in a hoodie, in my boyfriend's hoodie to be precise, and I just wanted to do a bit of a get to know me video, just because obviously a lot of my videos are quite structured and I just wanted to have a bit of a chit chat one, just so you guys can get to know me and how I got to where I am today. So if this is the first video that you are watching on my channel, hi, my name's Ava and I'm a mortgage paraplanner. Now I've only just recently became a mortgage paraplanner, so I will try and go into kind of how I ended up here, just to give you guys a bit of an idea why I'm doing this, I guess, why I'm doing this. So yeah, let's jump right into the video. Because I'm so used to having really structured videos, I don't really know where to even start with this. I really don't. I'm still getting used to talking to a camera. I find it really strange still, and I'm basically talking to myself right now, so I just feel insane. I'm honestly just hoping that the more I do this, the easier it gets and that it makes us feel better. Enough of the crappy chit chat, let's kind of get to the bottom of how I ended up here. So basically, if you've seen my name, you're probably wondering weirdly spelt name and how the hell does that pronounce Ava, but it does. I moved over here being England, when I was 10 years old. My parents made a decision to basically improve the quality of mine and my brother's life by moving to England for the opportunities, just because we actually come from a small village in Poland, so those opportunities just weren't going to be there unless they made a move. So I moved over here back in 2006. So yeah, for those who can do maths, I am 24 years old at this moment in time. So basically I came here, I started school in year 6 with just about zero English. Honestly, I didn't really speak any English. I learned it from scratch. It was funny because all I could really say when I first started, and the people who did go to primary school with me will know this, the only thing I could say was, hi, my name is Ava, I don't speak English, and that was it. So yeah, I learned it all from scratch, and ultimately it was people around me talking to me constantly and me just pushing myself out of my comfort zone. That's how I learned the language. But yeah, aside from that, obviously went to secondary school, got really good GCSEs, so I ended up leaving secondary school with 12 GCSEs, if I remember correctly, from A star to B, which I thought was quite good for English being my second language. I then went on to sixth form to study economics, business studies and German. I did do maths in the first year of sixth form, but we will not go into that because that did not end well. But yeah, so my initial plan after sixth form was to actually go to university to study international management with German, and my chosen university was Newcastle. Absolutely love Newcastle. So yeah, I was supposed to be going to university. That was always kind of the plan. And then one day we were in sixth form and we had our kind of weekly assembly, and the branch manager of the local bank actually came in to speak to us to do a presentation, because they were looking for a school leaver to join their team. The bank that they were representing was a private Swedish bank. And if I'm being completely honest, and if my old boss is watching this, I'm really sorry. I initially thought the bank was German, and that's why I was so excited about it. But it actually turned out to be Swedish. But it's fine. I now love Sweden as well, having been there, but we'll go into that in another video. So he'd done a presentation and they were looking for a school leaver to join their team. Now, at this stage, I was really set on actually going to university. That's what I wanted to do, and that was my goal, that's what I wanted to do, and then, whatever happens after, happens after. I always knew in my head that I wanted to work in a bank. When I was younger, how everybody wants to be a singer or an actress. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted to be all of those things as well, but I've always had it in my head that I wanted to be a bank manager. I don't know. I just always thought they made loads of money, to be fair. And I've always loved money, and I've always loved finance and business. So I just thought, yeah, bank manager seems like a decent job, so we'll go with that. So I just thought to myself, right, with that being what I've always wanted to do, I'd love to do work experience in a bank to actually see if I'm made for that type of environment. So I approached the branch manager and I said, look, I'm not looking for a job as such, but I would love to do work experience just to get the feel for the bank. And at that point, they they had never done that before. They'd never done work experience, so it was brand new to him as well. Ultimately he agreed. So I'd done a week in the branch and they showed me, bits and bobs. I managed to get out on some client meetings and I met the whole team, and honestly, like, everybody was so lovely, and I fell in love with the place. I honestly fell in love with the place and I just didn't want to leave. So at the end of my work experience, I had a chat with the branch manager. Obviously told them how I felt about the whole experience, how much I loved it. And at that point they had already employed somebody from my sixth form, which was obviously a big shame because I actually had changed my mind about going to university. Like, I really wanted to carry on working for the bank. So work experience was in the summer, and then obviously I kept in touch with the branch manager because he was like, look, let me see what I can do, but we'll keep in touch and obviously see how you feel as well after a few months, whether you've definitely changed your mind or whether you do want to go to university. And ultimately it got to the stage where I was just like, I want to work, I don't want to go to university. I think the turning point in when I realised that I didn't want to go to university was when I'd done a summer school for 3 days. So basically Newcastle had this programme called the Partners Programme, where you went for like 3 days, done a few lectures, and then you done like an assignment at the end of it. And if you passed the assignment, you ended up being offered like a lower entry to get into Newcastle Uni. So I'd done that because I'm sure that was like specifically for like business, but I can't remember because like my lectures were like business lectures. So yeah, I'd done that, and honestly, I think to be honest, I really enjoyed the lectures, but I hated the sharing a house with other people. Like, I don't know what it was, but I just absolutely hated the experience. I was like, I'm gonna have to do this for like 3 years. Like, I don't think I can do that. So yeah, at that point, everything in my body was just telling me not to go for it. As I say, I ended up speaking to the branch manager and I just told him how I felt about everything. And I ended up getting offered like an internship for 6 months. Like, he could see the passion that I had and how much I genuinely loved the place, and he didn't want to kind of miss out on that. And at the same time, he wanted to give me the opportunity to, if I wanted to change my mind, if I wanted to go to university after the first 6 months, I could make that transition without letting anyone down. So yeah, fast forward 6 months, I mean, fell in love with the place even more. I learned how to do various things and I absolutely loved it, and I just wanted to learn more and more and more. So I ended up being offered a permanent position, and that went really, really great. This was the Carlisle branch that I was working at, where I was based, and then about 2 years into it, a branch in Penrith opened. So with it being a brand new branch, I thought more opportunities for kind of development and growth. I wanted to pursue that, so I ended up transferring to the Penrith branch, and it gave me everything I was expecting. It gave me the growth, gave me the development. I learned so much in such a short space of time, just because the team was a lot smaller, so I just basically had to get involved in everything that they were doing. So that was that. I moved over, loved it, and then things started to go a bit sour. Now, I won't go into detail on that because I don't want to be fair. Like, I don't want to go into detail on what happened, but basically there was just a lot of negativity going on. And don't get me wrong, the team that we had was absolutely incredible, and I still meet up with them on a regular basis now, and they've supported me so much, which actually will bring me on to how I am where I am now as well, so bear with me. But yeah, ultimately ended up leaving the bank, which I personally thought being there would be my long-term career. I thought I was going to be there for life, which, clearly isn't the case. So once I left the bank, I was offered a position with a wealth management firm locally. So I started off with them, but a few months into it, I actually realised there wasn't that much work on. I'm the type of person that I hate being bored. Like, I have to do something all the time. Like, I can't stand sitting at my desk bored. Like, I need work all the time. Like, I need a constant flow of work. And to be honest, the more work the better. Even though I get a bit stressed, I get motivated by the stress. It's just weird, but that's me. So anyways, I ended up moving into a pension administration department, where I ended up being the team leader for the new business side of things. So I ended up processing new cases, cases and managing a team of 5. So that was brand new to me as well, because I've never managed people before, and to be honest, it's not really my forte, and I think people will agree with that if they're watching and they've been managed by me. But I'm the type of person that if I can do something, someone else can do it. So I was trying to lead by example by just cracking on with the work and doing it. I ended up getting frustrated when people weren't doing it kind of at the same pace as me. I guess my justification was that, well, I'm doing basically 2 jobs in one, so if I can do it, so can you. Why aren't you doing it? But it was probably my delivery that was the problem. But we're here now. So anyways, got to a stage there where I really wanted to progress. I started my level 4 diploma in regulated financial advice, and I was smashing through the exams, and I was paying for it all myself as well. And I was approaching the employer and I was saying, look, I really want to progress, this is where I see myself. And at that stage I really wanted to become a financial advisor, hence why I started the exams. I forgot to mention before, when I was with the bank, I did do my CMAP, and then when I first started with the wealth management firm, I actually done my equity release exam as well. That was off my own back. And then following the equity release exam, I thought I need to continue doing something. So I started the level 4 diploma exams. As we sit here now, I'm 1 exam away. So I've still got my Arrow 6 to do, which I'm planning to hopefully do beginning of next year, providing the go ahead. Aside from that, I was speaking on a regular basis with the bosses there, but unfortunately they didn't have any opportunities like kind of soon enough, if that makes sense. He was able to offer me something a bit further down the line, but I just didn't want to wait that long. I'm that type of person that if I'm ready now, I need to do it now. I hate waiting around because it just makes me really, I don't even know how to describe it, but I hate it. So anyways, at this point, having had chats with my boss at that time, I thought I need to do something. I need a change, because what I'm doing now, I just find it so incredibly mind numbing that it doesn't make me happy. I'm a workaholic. Like, people will tell you I am a workaholic, so I need to enjoy my job in order to thrive. So I ended up approaching a recruitment agency. To be honest, I can't remember if they initially approached me first or whether I approached them first, but this was the second time that I ended up speaking to them, because I spoke to them twice. The first time, they had some positions that were of interest to me, but they didn't go ahead. And then the second time round, I basically just emailed my recruitment consultant there and I just said, look, these are my requirements. What do you think? She came back pretty much straight away and just said, look, we've actually got a position going at our office as a recruitment consultant, and I genuinely think he'd be absolutely great at it. And I just thought, I was at that point where I thought, well, what's the worst that can happen? I thought, and I really need a new challenge, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the challenge that I need. So I went for it, and yeah, it was a learning curve to say the least. I mean, personally, I do love recruitment. I do. It's, the thrill that you get when things are going right, and, when you can actually help people find jobs. Like, honestly, that was so rewarding. But at the same time, the downsides of it and the pressure, and yeah, it just felt a bit toxic, to be fair. And it's just not an environment that I liked. So I ended up staying in recruitment for just under a year. Leading up to that year, a guy that I used to work with at the bank, when I left, we'd always said that one day we'll work together again, and that was always the plan. And because he's such an experienced mortgage advisor, I loved learning from, because we worked alongside each other, I loved learning from him. He was so knowledgeable, and he still is, even more so now. But anyways, yeah, so he rang me up and he said, look, I've got these plans, what do you think? And I just thought, yeah, I'm game, let's do it. So basically the plans involved me becoming a mortgage power planner initially, and then progressing to become a trainee mortgage advisor. This is how I ended up where I am now as a mortgage power planner. In order to be able to go ahead with that, I've had to make the decision to go self-employed in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, am I okay? Am I okay? I don't think I am. But honestly, so far it's been the best thing that I've ever done. It's just so rewarding, being able to work with him, even though he's technically not my boss and we don't have an office together. We both work from home and chat over Zoom, or we'll meet for a coffee. It is so refreshing working for yourself, basically, and being able to manage your time how you want to manage your time, rather than being stuck with it, and 9 till 5 or 8 till 6 or whatever it is job, you know, you manage your own time and you're in charge of it all. Like, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I think more so for the confidence part of it. I mean, a lot of people already think I'm really, really confident, but I wanted to kind of prove to myself that I can do it. I always admire YouTubers. I really, really do. You know, even when people kind of do talking stories on Instagram and stuff like that, you know, I tried so many times to be that person and I just always ended up just deleting them because I thought, I can't do it, you know, it's not me. And I honestly thought I'd never do it, that I'd never create a YouTube channel. But then one day I just thought, I want to talk about finance and I want to explain different things as I'm learning them as well. You know, I do have previous experience of dealing with mortgages and obviously I've done all my qualifications as well, so I've got that knowledge. But ultimately what I found is there's a lot of jargon in the finance world. There's a lot of jargon involved with mortgages, all sorts of lending, and I just want to simplify it a little bit. I mean, I'm still finding it really difficult because I'm kind of trying to figure out a balance between making my videos quite professional and also making them, you know, fun to watch and easy to follow. So I really would appreciate, like, guys, if you are watching these videos, just leave a comment down below. You know, if you've got any things that you think would help the videos, that would make them, you know, flow better, or just anything like that. You know, any constructive feedback, constructive criticism, I will accept. No hate. So yeah, that's basically how I ended up here, where I am, and I hope my videos do help you. And if you are looking for a mortgage or a remortgage, do get in touch with me. My email is down in the description box below, and I'll be more than happy to do some initial research for you and let you know what the next steps are. So guys, that is it for this video. It's been a different one and I hope you've enjoyed it. Quite enjoyed filming it as well without having the structure and just kind of free flowing it. I'll probably do more of these, so I'll do a bit of a series, I suppose, kind of get to know me series. I hope you stay tuned in. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel down below, as it really helps me to grow. My next video will be up on Friday, so I'll see you guys then. Bye guys.